Fala aí galerinha, tudo bem com vocês? Aqui quem fala é o Arthur e sejam muito bem-vindos a mais um vídeo. Hoje eu estou aqui para mais um episódio desta série, que é de Volta para o Futuro. Estamos na parte 1, estamos aqui de onde a gente parou, né? Então, vamos continuar aqui. Vamos ver os doces dela aqui.
The candy looks older than I am.
Vamos ver o que tem mais. Troféus de
What are
gato.
these?
My editorial trophies.
Cat Lovers Quarterly.
It's legitimate journalism.
Deixa eu ver. Porta da rua. Edna. Vamos falar com a Edna, né? Deixa eu ver. Fotos.
Is that Vice Principal Strickland?
Mother never could keep little Gerald out of her clothes.
Vamos ver o aquecedor.
Man, she keeps it hot in here.
That's the kettle. I'll be right back with some tea. Then don't touch anything.
Tá bom, né?
The candy looks older than I am.
Vamos aproveitar e ver os jornais.
Juveniles collide with manure truck. Nice picture.
Vamos lá, continuar. Ver. Deixa eu me ver.
Ah, that's peculiar. The water still hasn't come to a boil.
Trollama véia.
Miss Strickland?
Jack! Diane! I know what you're doing behind that tree!
Oxi!
Yes.
Vamos perguntar quando ela perdeu o sapato. Que no último episódio a gente tinha visto isso, né? Então a gente vai ver como ela perdeu aquele sapato.
Do you remember when you lost your shoe?
Shoe?
That shoe over there.
Oh, that shoe! Huh. Aye, what a nosy Nelly! No one likes a busybody, you know.
But
Oh, fine, let me think about it. Yes, I remember. I lost it in a scuffle with a dog. Oh, when was it? Oh, yes, the day that speakeasy burned down.
a speakeasy in Hill Valley?
Don't act so surprised, young man. Your generation doesn't hold a copyright on moral depravity, you know. Sin has been on the prowl in Hill Valley since the day it was founded.
Deixa eu ver. Vamos continuar falando sobre isso, né? Então vamos lá. Um bar clandestino chocante.
Wow, a speakeasy. That must have been wild. Is it true they used to drink gin out of slippers like my grandma said?
Don't romanticize the past, young man. Prohibition was a time when gangsters ruled the town while honest citizens quaked in their beds.
Vamos perguntar onde ficava aquele bar.
So where was it? That speakeasy that burned down, I mean.
That was ages ago. If you're looking for bootleg hooch.
No, I'm just curious, that's all. I'm a student of history.
Student of history, my Aunt Fanny. Yeah, your generation of hooligans and slackers could give two ripe figs about history.
Miss Strickland?
Oh, video store!
Huh?
The speakeasy used to be hidden in plain sight down there in the town square. Right where that disgusting videotape rental store squats today.
So the video store building must have gone up after the speakeasy burned down.
The following year, as I recall.
Deixa eu ver. Vou perguntar aqui o que são todos esses jornais.
What's with all these newspapers?
This is my personal archive. I've got every issue of the Hill Valley Telegraph ever published.
Get out. Every single issue?
From 1871 to the present. If it happened in Hill Valley, you'll find it in my stacks.
Tá, então eu vou sair aqui.
Don't let me keep you from your business.
You there! Don't even think about tossing that Kleenex on the ground!
Essa velha deve ser louca, eu tô te falando. Vamos ver aqui as dicas. Edna perdeu o sapato durante a época da lei seca, quando o estabelecimento de bebidas foi incendiado. Onde ficava esse lugar? Você está procurando por uma data. Você vai encontrá-la em um prédio. Tente usar o binóculo da Edna para checar a locadora de vídeos. Tá, vamos trollar a veinha.
There's the whistle! Surely the water's boiling by now.
Só olhando pra cara dessa mulher, você não vê que ela tem cara de doida? Ela tem cara de doida.
Binoculars for a sec.
Go ahead, dear.
Vale aí, vídeo.
Rebuilt in February 1932. So the fire must have happened before then. But when? I need a date.
Don't look at me. I'm far too old for you.
Tá bom, né? Vocês sabem em que ano o barco clandestino foi incendiado, mas você ainda precisa de uma data. A pesquisa seria mais fácil se Edna não estivesse na sala. Está muito doente aqui, não é mesmo? O que acontece se você mexer no aquecedor? Vamos ver aqui, vamos mexer no aquecedor aqui pra...
There's the whistle! Surely the water's boiling by now.
Let's see. Ground broken on site of former speakeasy.
Vamos lá tentar.
Vanishes. Hill Valley Expo delights crowd. Soup kitchen exposed. Here we go. Speakeasy arsonist slain. Legal procedure gave way to old-fashioned vengeance last night when a mob descended on the Hill Valley police station. The suspect in the speakeasy arson case, a drifter known as Carl Sagan, was pulled from his... Carl Sagan? It's Doc! Killed by a mob. What's the date? June 14th, 1931. Jeez, I gotta rescue him.
My newspapers!
Tá
Sorry, Mr.
pega, já era.
Oh, you've gotten my history out of order. Oh, do you know how long it'll take to fix what you've done? Oh, get out, get out, get out!
Tá bom, tô saindo.
Police! I'm being attacked by hooligans!
Vamos lá, né?
Marty! Where you been, son? And what are you doing in that getup?
Didn't I tell you? I got the lead in the school play. We're doing...
Grapes of Wrath?
Right.
Oh, Steinbeck! Who are you playing? Never mind, you don't have to explain. I'm sure whatever it is you're up to, you know what you're doing, right?
I hope so.
Hey, sometimes you gotta go out on a limb for the ones you love, right? Wish my dad had understood that. You won't stay away too long.
You'll barely know I was gone.
Tá, vamos lá, né?
You ready to go, Einstein? Time circuits on. Flux capacitor, fluxy. Okay, if Doc's gonna get killed on June 14th, 1931, I'll just show up the day before and get him out.
Vamos lá, né?
I hope you know what you're doing, Doc.
Vamos voltar. Então, galera, já vai deixando o like, se inscrevendo no canal e compartilhando para todos os seus amigos, tá? Que essa série, ó, vai ficar boa demais. Peguei bala pocando. Vamos esperar ali ele esconder. Rio Vale, 2 milhas ou 2 quilômetros, eu acho, né? Então vamos lá.
Einstein, where'd you go now, boy?
Provavelmente essa é a Rio Vale antiga, né? Oh, she!
Young man! Excuse me, young man!
Who, me?
You're the only man in the street, and I'm looking for a man-in-the-street reaction. Naturally, you know about the explosion that destroyed this illegal gin establishment.
I read about it, yeah.
What's your opinion of Carl Sagan, the stranger who single-handedly did what the law has been unable to do for 10 long years, namely, rid Hill Valley of the scourge of liquor?
Não, pera. Deixa eu ver. Vamos colocar a primeira.
How'd Doc get himself into...
Doc?
Doc is his nickname. I'm good friends with Carl.
You are? Really? Oh, but I need an unbiased opinion for my story. Pretend you don't know him. How would you feel about his heroic act of destruction?
Well, I'm not so big on bomb blasts.
Yes, but this bomb blasted a speakeasy, the very symbol of lawlessness and corruption. You're all for cleaning up the town, aren't you? Do you have a message for the vicious gangsters who still roam these streets? No doubt plotting to corrupt our citizens with another den of booze.
Peraí, galerinha, desculpa atrapalhar, mas essa mulher parece muito com aquela mulher, com aquela velha doida lá que a gente viu agorinha, no começo do episódio. Eu acho que ela é muito parecida.
And debauchery.
Ask him where I can get the address.
Ah, I see. Because you want to blast it to smithereens just like Carl Sagan did. With public-spirited citizens like you around, the lawless element will be on the run in no time. Mr. May I get your name?
Yeah, it's...
Sonny Crockett.
Harry Callahan.
Thank you for sharing your candid opinions, Mr. Callahan. Edna Strickland, Hill Valley Herald.
Eu sabia.
I know. I met you back. I mean, I'm familiar with your work.
You read my column? How sweet. I know it's just an etiquette column, but I believe it'll lead to bigger and better... Oh!
Einstein, no. Down, boy.
Is this wretched creature yours? He assaulted me once before.
What's got into you?
Aggressive dogs must be kept on leash at all times. It's the law. Look it up.
Doc. I gotta find Doc.
Vamos lá, né? Para andar, manter pressionado o botão direito do mouse e pressionado para fazer Marte correr. Vamos entrar aqui, né?
Hey, can I get some moose?
What does this look like? A hunting lodge?
Tá bom, né? Barbearia. Pá. Porta da papelaria. Vamos entrar aqui na papelaria.
You gonna buy anything?
No.
Then get out, Bomb.
Pouco bravo.
I guess this is where the speakeasy burned down. How'd Doc ever get mixed up in that?
Vamos lá, né? Letreiro da loja de peles. Vamos ver isso daqui.
Lamont's House of Ermine. I guess there's not much call for fur coats in the middle of the Depression, especially in June.
Tubarão? Oxi.
Wow, looks like they used a real shark.
Vamos tentar ir ali, que na cutscene tava mostrando lá. Vamos tentar ir lá. Vamos lá. Tá.
Where is the jail in 1931 anyway?
Vamos entrar lá no restaurante, porque é aqui que tava apontando.
McFly!
Biff?
Kid!
Grandpa?
That's Mr. Tannen to you, Artie. What are you doing out here?
Well, I was getting kind of hungry, so I figured I'd come down here for some free soup.
Just thought I'd come down for some soup. Think, McFly. The DA's throwing around subpoenas like Babe Ruth.
I don't think Ruth's a pitcher anymore.
Shut it! If one of those subpoenas landed in the hands of my number cruncher, I'd be in a whole lot of trouble. I could even get sent up the river. You wouldn't want that, would you? would you?
No, of course not, kid.
Cara,
That's better. What are you looking at, punk?
Keep your eyes on the soup, kid.
Well,
Well, what?
what are you still doing here?
Sorry, kid. I'll just run back to the safe house.
You do that. And McFly,
Yes?
that hat's too flashy. You better let me hold on to it. Now scram!
You got it, boss.
And don't come out until I give you the all clear.
caraca,
If
hein?
even one of you mooks could add 2 plus 2 without your fingers, I'd dump that wimp into the lake. Hey! Anyway, I'm off to make myself irresistible. Don't let anyone burn down the shop while I'm gone.
Que babaca, cara. Galerinha, aproveitando que eu tô aqui sem mexer em nada, eu queria avisar uma coisa, que eu não consegui fazer esse vídeo aqui com a minha câmera. Então por isso que eu estou sem câmera nesse vídeo e no outro eu estou com a câmera. Eu tinha um probleminha aqui que eu não consegui usar a câmera no vídeo, entendeu? Por isso que eu estou fazendo ela sem a câmera. Vamos ver aqui como o doutor vai parar na cadeia. Apenas ele pode dizer. Mark precisa procurar onde fica a cadeia. A cadeia está localizada bem em frente ao tribunal, do outro lado do parque. Tá bom, então vamos lá, né? Mas eu sinto que aqui era um lugar legal. Mas eu vou sair, né? Tem que ir ao objetivo do jogo de verdade. Vamos lá, né? Vamos dar uma corridinha, né? Não faz mal. Police Station, aqui.
Who are you and what do you want?
Can I talk to, Carl Sagan?
Are you his lawyer?
No.
Then scram.
Então o que a gente vai fazer agora, jogo? Como do... Eu sei.
Doc!
Marty!
Doc!
What are you doing
Caraca.
here?
You sent for me, Doc.
I did? When?
May 14th, 1986.
1980? The automatic retrieval system, of course. I'd almost forgotten about that.
So what's our plan for getting you out of here?
Plan? We don't need a plan.
We don't.
Not in the slightest. The police picked me up for that speakeasy fire a couple of weeks ago, but the DA hasn't got a case. They're releasing me tomorrow morning.
So basically, I traveled 50 years into the past to deliver your car?
Sorry about that, but it's so wonderful to see you. We have a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, you might want to hold off on that, Doc.
Great Scott! I'm going to be gunned down by gangsters on the steps of the courthouse.
Why would they do that?
Guess they didn't approve of my burning down their speakeasy.
Very funny, Doc. Maybe now we should come up with a plan?
A plan, right. But what?
Vamos ver aqui. Vamos falar... Vamos contar as
Why don't we
autoridades.
tell the authorities?
Tell them what? That my friend from the future has proof that I'll be murdered tomorrow? They'd ship us both off to the loony bin. And trust me, you don't want to see the inside of a 1931 insane asylum.
Tentar voltar no tempo.
Why don't I take the DeLorean, go back in time before you were arrested, and stop you from getting caught in the first place?
Don't even think about it. Without my unjust incarceration, the events that sent you into the past might never happen, resulting in a paradox of continuum-shattering proportions.
Jeez, we've been back together for 5 minutes, Doc, and you're already talking about the end of the universe. I've missed that.
Don't be ridiculous, Marty. I was only referring to the end of the universe as we know it.
Vamos ver aqui. Vamos tentar truque.
Why don't we try to tough it out? Now that we know what's coming, maybe we sneak it past the gangsters with a bulletproof vest or something.
That might work with 1 or 2 bullets, but from the looks of this article, it appears that I'm going to be mowed down in a hail of Tommy gun fire that rendered the innocent stranger little more than a pulpy mass of bones and gristle.
Who writes like that?
According to the byline, one Edna Strickland.
I should have guessed.
Acho que eu posso te tirar da cadeia, vamos falar assim.
Well, I suppose I could just get some dynamite and break you out of jail.
No, that's far too dangerous. Not just to me, but to random innocent people in the past. The repercussions could be... That's it!
What's it?
My rocket-powered drill.
You have a rocket-powered drill?
Not yet.
Broca
I haven't built
jato.
it yet.
You've lost me, Doc.
Listen, a few months ago, my 17-year-old self sent in a patent application for a rocket-powered drill. I abandoned the project after I never heard back from the patent office, but the prototype should be nearly complete.
Great, I'll just run back to your lab and...
No, I said nearly complete. You'll need me to help you finish it.
How the hell am I supposed to sneak a half-finished rocket-powered drill into your cell?
Not me. 1931 me.
Wait a minute, Doc. You want me to convince your 1931 self to build a rocket-powered drill to break you out of jail?
Precisely.
Tá. Vamos direto ao assunto, né? Então vamos perguntar onde é que a gente pode encontrar esse eu jovem do passado, né?
Okay, let's say I go along with this crazy idea. Where can I find you? I mean, the other you.
How should I know? It was over 50 years ago. Why don't you go over to the soup kitchen next door and give my house a call? They'll know where to find me.
Soup kitchen. Got it.
Just stay away from the soup. It'll cause irreparable damage to your digestive system.
I guess I better get started. Don't worry, Doc. I'll get you out of here in no time.
I'm not worried. Once you and my younger self put your heads together, you'll be unstoppable.
Vamos lá, né? Já estamos de volta aqui. Então vamos lá naquele restaurante comunitário que a gente veio aqui. Só que eu vim antes, né? Então eu caguei com a ordem do jogo todinha. Vamos entrar aqui então. Vamos lá. Vamos falar com o cozinheiro.
Okay. Hey, never mind.
Mesas guardadas.
What are those tables for?
We keep a few extra tables around for our end-of-the-month hobo soirees.
Vamos ver aqui. Vamos conversar com esse homem.
I don't want to mess up his timeline.
Não quero atrapalhar a linha do tempo, tal. Vamos entrar aqui na cozinha.
There's no way I'm gonna keep that door open without some help. I better not talk to him. I don't want to mess up his timeline.
Ah, que droga. O que a gente faz então? Deixa eu ver. Então vamos para as dicas. Ah, tá. Lembrei. Vamos lá.
Brown residence?
Hi. Do you know where I could find Emmett Brown?
Young Master Brown is currently tending to his clerking duties at the courthouse. Who may I say is calling?
The courthouse? Doc never told me he worked at the courthouse.
Tá bom, né? Então vamos lá. O tribunal. Agora o ponto é, onde é que é esse tal de tribunal? Vamos ter que sair aqui, né? Agora procurar o tribunal. Eu acho que o tribunal é aqui, né? Deixa eu ver. Bora, vamos correndo. Opa, Einstein. Não, vamos deixar o Einstein aí. Vamos entrar aqui no tribunal.
Don't touch those. These are very sensitive legal documents. Nobody is supposed to handle them but sworn officers of the court. Judge Brown says so.
Judge Brown? Doc. Nice to meet you. I'm, Harry Callahan.
Emmett Brown. But I am a law clerk, not a doctor. Now please get out of my way. I have important business to transact. Naturally, h2 of A multiplied by the inversion of H has to come out less than expectation value of A, right? No. What am I missing here?
Listen, Emmett, you don't know me, but I'm your friend.
I'm not big on friends. They get in the way of work.
O que você está fazendo?
Listen, I understand you're working on a new invention in your lab.
Invention? You must have me mixed up with somebody else. I'm in law. I have absolutely no interest in science.
Hehe, moleque.
Force equals mass times...
Come on, wait up a minute.
You again? Can't you see I'm busy?
Okay, so you don't want your old man to know. That's fine. Listen, we all keep secrets. But I'm telling you, you can level with me about this science project of yours.
I am not a scientist. Go ahead, ask me what E equals.
What does E equal?
I have absolutely no idea. See? I don't know where you got your information from about me, mister, but you're wrong.
Deixa eu tentar. Vamos entrar aqui no escritório de advocacia.
Hello?
No solicitor!
Oxi! Já saiu, né?
You just give me a chance.
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Callahan.
Tá.
See, I'm sort of in the science business myself. That's why I sought you out.
Not that I care in the least, because science is the furthest thing from my own area of interest, which is law, but I don't believe you.
Mentiroso!
I'm a scientist.
So tell me something, Mr. Scientist, from your vast storehouse of scientific knowledge.
The leg bone's connected to the thigh bone?
Amazing.
Tá.
Come on, Doc. Emmett, drop
Vamos
the
ver aqui.
legal act. I got something more important for you to do.
Mr. Callahan, I'll have you know that the law is the very mortar that holds society together, and we in the legal profession are like brick masons building the edifice of the future.
Your dad tell you that?
Every morning.
Não se preocupe, não vou contar seu segredo.
Emmett, it's your future I'm looking out for, in more ways than one.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you and science.
Oh, that word again! If you insinuate I'm a scientist once more, I'll sue you for defamation of character! Coefficient of friction remains constant and the gravitational...
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Callahan.
Pera, deixa eu ver.
Emmett, about your...
Don't say it. By the inversion of A...
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Callahan.
Tá bom.
What's this important business you're up to?
It's a legal matter, very complicated, very abstruse. I need to obtain 5 sets of initials on every copy of this writ of indemnification before before Judge Brown can even think of granting a waiver to the party of the first part.
You have no idea what it's about, do you?
That's how important it is.
Tá bom, né?
So, Emmett, what time are you through with work?
Depends. On weeknights, Pop sometimes keeps me in the office till 9.
9 at night? But today's Saturday.
Right. So I probably won't get off before 10.
Tá bom, né?
How about you knock off work early and I'll buy you a beer or soda? What do you say?
Don't try to tempt me from my duty with sugary beverages. Keeping the wheels of justice turning, that's my one passion in life. Besides, if I left before 8, my pop would kill me.
Tá bom, então deixa eu ver aqui. Vamos continuar
Sounds
aqui.
like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Tá, então deixa eu ver.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it. Gonna be the inverse.
Tá, deixa eu ver. Deve gravar os resmungos do Emmett. Oh não, já sei.
Oh, no. Not possible. Whoa.
I don't think so. I don't need to go in there anymore.
Deixa eu pegar aqui logo. Vou pegar aqui rapidinho.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Callahan.
Vamos ver aqui rapidinho.
About your...
Don't say it. A might well be equal to A's x. Don't think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. Acceleration, of course. That's new.
Tá bom, agora que a gente já gravou, vamos ver o que a gente tem. Quem é melhor para resolver o doutor do que o Emmett Brown? Tente tocar os resmungos do Emmett. Tá bom, então vamos mostrar pro doutor do futuro, né? Vamos lá, né? Vamos tentar ir aqui. Vamos por aqui. Vamos lá.
Psst, Doc! Marty! Have you found my younger self yet?
So, Doc, does this ring a bell?
Oh, think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
Good grief! Is that me? I sound so...
young?
I was gonna say intense. I forgot how wound up I used to get.
Yeah, but what are you muttering about?
Oh, that's easy. It's Ivanov's conundrum. Just tell my younger self that H equals a Hamiltonian operator.
Won't giving him the answer mess up the time stream?
Only if it turns out that reality is actually nothing more than a holographic illusion created by the interplay of subatomic particles on a vast two-dimensional membrane.
So...
it'll be fine.
I know this really isn't the right time or place, but I found your notebook.
Ah, so that's where I left it. Why'd you bring it here?
Because the bank's selling off all your stuff.
They can't do that.
That's what I keep trying to tell them.
Well, you hold on to it for safekeeping. We'll deal with my financial situation in 1986 after we save me from a grisly death in 1931.
Tá, vamos sair aqui.
Hang in there, Doc.
Not the best choice of words, Marty.
Lembra do doutor? Como o doutor resolveu seu problema na juventude? Psil H é ao operador hamiltoniano. Passe adiante. Tá bom, vamos lá tentar. Vamos lá.
Line operator. But
Will you just give me a chance?
harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Callahan.
Maybe H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
What did you just say?
I said maybe H equals the...
Hamiltonian operator.
Yeah.
Great Scott! If H is the Hamiltonian, then H to the A multiplied by the inverse of H can only be the same as the expectation value for A. That's it! That's the solution to Ivanov's conundrum, the problem I've been wrestling with in my head all week!
I'm sure you would have figured it out by yourself in a day or two. The way you figured out how to build that rocket-powered drill.
Where did you learn so much about science?
Well, it's like this.
You know about my rocket-powered drill? Then there can only be one explanation.
What?
You're from the patent office! I confess I didn't quite know what to expect when I sent the paperwork, but I never expected this. Welcome! I'm at your service. What can I do for you?
Can I see your rocket-powered drill?
Of course. Naturally, it's just a scale model, but it's nearly operational. I can show it to you, say, first thing in the morning?
Vamos ver. Eu preciso hoje à noite.
Nah, that's no good. I need to see a full-size model. That's fully operational. Tonight. Otherwise, we'll have to award the patent to a competing inventor, Dr. McCoy.
It can't be done! I mean, it might be possible to construct a full-size working model in that time frame, but I haven't got the main ingredient for the fuel.
I'll get it for you. What is it?
190 proof grain alcohol. And you know how difficult it is to get a hold of alcohol these days.
Especially now that someone's blown up the speakeasy.
And besides, there's no way I can get off work until I've delivered the subpoena. It's part of the investigation into the business affairs of Kid Tannen. Is it vitally important you see that rocket-powered drill today?
Yes. Is it vitally important you deliver that subpoena today?
Yes!
Listen, I'll help you deliver it, and I'll see to it you get the alcohol you need. It'll help you get that drill finished by tonight. Deal?
Deal. Here's the subpoena.
I've got to subpoena my grandpa?
It's Kid Tannen.
Hey, I just saw him at the soup kitchen yelling at Arthur McFly.
I'm not surprised. Arthur does the books for his business.
What kind of business?
That's what the DA is trying to find out.
Let's go talk to him.
No!
Why not? Kid Tannen can tell us where Arthur's hiding.
Yeah, well, he can also have us fitted for a Chicago overcoat.
Tá bom, então, galerinha, o nosso episódio vai ficando por aqui. Eu espero que vocês tenham gostado. Se gostou, vai deixando seu like e se inscrevendo no canal e compartilhando para todos os seus amigos. Então, o episódio acabou e até a próxima e tchau.